Hey, what's up, y'all? It is Spicy AF, and I am back with another spicy topic. Hit that thumbs up, like this video. Also, follow me on X, it's Spicy AF, and at spicytopics on Instagram. Here's my picture. Subscribe and share. Girl, Cardi B finally did it. She finally ended her marriage with Offset of nearly 7 years of putting up with that man, cheating, his public humiliation, sleeping with other chicks, strippers, could have brought her anything, something she can't get rid of, spending up the money. You know, she finally did it. She have all these other women that get to say they slept with her man. Will she go through with it all the way, or is this just Cardi stirring up attention for her next album release? What's up? The people want to know, is Cardi gonna go through with this divorce, or is she gonna just go back with Offset? Is this just for sympathy and payola? Is that's the rumors surrounding Cardi B? That's what the people look at her to do. But I'm hoping that she finally does put her kids and herself first, because she truly deserves that. And she was loyal to this man. She stayed with him, and it seems like she kept trying when everybody told her to throw the towel, burn the towel. Cardi. She has 2 kids, and she has a 3rd baby on the way. A lot of people are looking at her crazy because they wondering, why would you get pregnant and have another baby by this man? Why would you do that? Knowing your relationship's on the rocks, why would you do that? Well, we can't really answer that. Only Cardi can answer that question. It does not make sense to you and me. But if you think about it, the 3 kids have the same father. And maybe that's how she wanted it. Maybe she wanted all of her kids to have the same dad. And it just happened, and she didn't want to get rid of her baby. But people are like, why you didn't take birth control? Well, maybe because she's in a marriage and it didn't make sense for her to take birth control, because she wanted to have these kids from the man she married, that she loved. Either case, Cardi stuck it out with her man until it became too much. There was Summer Bunny, there was Jay, there's Pre. Those are just a couple names. There's that girl Reds. It's just a rumor of that remember Cuban Doll was saying he was trying to have sex with her. And Cuban Doll was a fan of Cardi B. Cardi B had gave her love, show her public love, put her arms around that girl, only to find out her husband was trying to sleep with her. She's endured a lot of pain from Offset. She endured a lot of hurt from Offset. Now, personally, I know this. What we do to others, that we don't go to God and Jesus and ask for forgiveness and really change our ways. Who knows? Cardi rapped about her stripper days, and was she sleeping with people's husbands? Was she seducing people's husbands? Maybe Cardi already knew that. Maybe that's why she chose to hang in there with Offset, and maybe that's why she maybe have blamed herself for some of it. No more blaming yourself. I feel that she did her best. I feel that she did the most she could do. And what did he do? Kept doing it. Up until the day he was on camera at a casino with an ex he cheated allegedly on Cardi with before. This ex, it was pregnant. But you could see how close they were. And even still, you have a pregnant wife. Shouldn't you be with your pregnant wife? You shouldn't be in front of no other woman. The only woman you should be consoling is the woman you asked to marry you, and the woman that said yes. From what I'm hearing, she said that's not the reason why she chose a divorce. Well, let's get into the details of why Cardi could have chosen a divorce. Alright, so this is a response to Milagro Grams on Twitter. Now, I couldn't find the tweet, but I do recall reading where Milagro was, and it was not just these couple tweets. It was a little bit of exchange that had to be several of them. But I do recall Millie was saying, the sun is talking about you.
Major outlets, articles are always mentioning TMZ, always mentioning Cardi. And a lot of people don't even post her anymore because she complains about it. So why is it that when Millie is responding to the things that Cardi says that are shock waves to social media, why is it that she takes an issue with it? And so here's Cardi's response. First of all, the Sun is posting rumors that y'all are making up and sending blind items to. That's why it's no documents, just word of mouth. Everybody gets a loan to buy a house, and I never been behind on any of them. I bought my house in 2021 and put almost 12 million in it. Now look at how much I got left. I'm very responsible with money. My bills come before luxury, and I just spent $400,000 on jewelry this month because I also still know how to budget. Stop playing with me. So then she posts some text messages to, I don't know, her financial person, showing how much she paid on her home, how much she owes left, showing that the house has equity in it, and she's basically showing proof that she's not in debt. This raises the question, is this why she ended up wanting to divorce Offset? Is because it's reported now that Offset over $1 million in back taxes, so he has tax liens on his properties. That's different. It wasn't cheating that made Cardi move. As I've said, she stayed with Offset through many infidelities. As Cardi B was sharing her text, people noticed that she works with Lou Taylor. Lou Taylor, the one who was behind the conservatorship of Britney Spears, part of the problem. People did not like that. There's more people that I'm not versed in the legalities and what her position was, but I do know she has a negative image with a lot of people who do know, partly because she is part of the people that stole Britney Spears' money allegedly, and they see that Cardi is working with Lou. They have a whole movement behind in Lou Taylor, Free Britney, and you see Cardi working with Lou Taylor. So she's showing the text messages here, showing that Cardi, what she owes. You owe $3.7 million, your home, because she got to prove to the people that she's not losing her home. Only because people kept saying that Cardi is losing her home prior to her putting these texts out. They were saying it on Twitter and call themselves trolling her. So they giving that to her. That's what I'm talking about. To me, there's nothing wrong with her rebutting back, because that's what they want. They were constantly saying that Cardi was losing her homes, owes on her homes. And so she's like, no, actually give me my credit, because I pay my bills. And that's what she did. So it said that Offset's divorce from a strange wife, Cardi, couldn't have come at a more inconvenient time, as the rapper's financial hurdles begin to mount. The former Migos member's name has appeared on the list of not one, but two federal tax liens with considerable amounts to be paid in settlement. Offset's latest controversy comes on the heels of child support and custody demands from his estranged and pregnant wife, Cardi B, who recently filed for divorce from the 32-year-old. Offset has over $1.6 million in debt to settle Mega. As of April 23rd, the musician owed $1,575,266 in federal tax lien and was hit with a fresh secondary lien of $32,963 from the state of California, which was filed weeks ago on June 11th. A court clerk disclosed to The Sun that the debt remains unpaid, but only Offset's name, as Cardi B's name was missing on the lien. See? She out. So if love, if hurt, if pain couldn't separate her foundation with Offset, debt could. I heard this reader, young lady, say that, and one of the things she said was extremely, it felt true to me, that a lot of these relationships these celebrities have. She talked about Beyonce and Jay-Z, Cardi B and Offset, and Nicki Minaj and her husband. She said that they was not supposed to be together this long. The relationship should have been ended. And the way she translated is that she said the universe separated them since they wouldn't separate themselves. If you don't leave relationships that you're supposed to leave, something will happen that will force you to leave. She said that Cardi and Offset wasn't even supposed to have kids. They were supposed to just do the fun thing and get out of it. And I can see that for some of these people, because there's been nothing but people getting hurt. And in love, you're not supposed to keep getting hurt. In relationships with love, like intimate bonds, you're not supposed to keep getting hurt. That's not what it's supposed to look like. To say that people were not supposed to be together is wrong, because the Bible talks about getting together, being fruitful, multiply, have one husband, one wife, have a lot of kids, have wealth, serve God. So you supposed to be with someone, but you're not supposed to be with someone that makes you hurt all the time. That's just not it, y'all. And a lot of these celebrities, they stand in these relationships where they are constantly depressed and going into debt, having kids in the midst of it. What do you think you're putting on your kids? All you're doing is imposing in their lives, in their growth, you're imposing. I also see myself a lot of times when you have the abused woman, you have the woman that's with a narcissist, and someone who could be physically abusive, emotionally, mentally abusive, somebody that takes no fault for nothing. You're always the fault. You're always the reason. Someone that doesn't like to do, a man that does not like to do manly duties, like take the trash out, pump the gas, change the tires, pay the bills. That type of man, with a woman, he wants her to assume all of those responsibilities. You gotta clean the dog's poop out the backyard. You gotta take the trash out. You get out. You pump the gas because I'm the king. That is a very much illiterate, immature, insecure man, because a man's role automatically makes him want to assume those positions. So for a woman that has a child where she's in a abusive relationship, some of these chicks could really solely put their emotional baggage on their kids. I see this one girl always holding her infant. Every time she go live, she holding that infant. And I tell myself she just loved the child, but I don't feel comfortable with that. I be telling myself to justify why I see something wrong with that. Really is something wrong with that. Because it's not a situation where she is in a happy relationship. This girl's it's been called out. Text messages have been shown. People have said that she be getting beat up. He beats her up. So I see her holding this child and I see this certain dude, he has multiple girlfriends. He calls himself Polly. But the one woman that was with him the longest, the 17-year marriage, not even marriage, 17-year relationship, boyfriend and girlfriendship, she wants him to herself. She's been fighting to have him to herself for 17 years. I don't even think she's in love with that man no more. I think she's in love with the idea of winning him over the chicks. Because you can get to that point where it's so toxic. The love died a long time ago. But you still have something to prove to yourself. You still want to win him over, so you stay there. So what I see is her holding this baby. I could see how uncomfortable she is when they're on live and the women are all theirs, like five women. And the guy and her and the baby. I can see her always focusing on the baby when she feels jealous feelings, when she feels uncomfortable, when she's angry. She turns and looks at this baby, holds this baby, kisses baby, plays with the baby, while everybody else could be laughing and smiling about what the man said. This girl is kissing the baby and drawing all her attention to the baby. I see a problem with that. I see that you're imposing all of your unhappiness on this child, and when this child grows up, that child is going to feel bonded to your emotions. That child's going to want to try to make you smile, try to make you happy, when you should have left that man a long time ago, instead of now using this child to substitute your comfort, to substitute the way you feel upset, you feel hurt, you feel out of place, you feel jealous. Instead of you projecting those feelings, communicating and talking about it, you internalize that. You turn it over to the child because you're looking now at this child, smiling, tickling a kid to make that tension go off of you and that negative. You're trying to hide your feelings. So you impose this child with your emotional baggage, and this kid's going to grow up trying to make you happy, and that is unhealthy for that child. The child should not hold your sadness, your unhappiness, your feelings. I see a problem with that. It's like an imbalance, and that's what happens. Y'all, we stay in relationships too long when we know we should have left. We don't want to feel the detached feelings that you have to go through. You don't want to go through having to get used to being without the person. But you damage your kids when you do this. You don't think about them. You're thinking about you. And sometimes I do see where parents want to stay together for the kids. That I accept for a little while, but after a while, you can't. You got to separate, because love does not come back and hurt you and beat you up. Love don't do that. That's not an idea of a healthy relationship. It does not make you sad and cry and jealous. This man, by the way, he teach these girls, his girlfriends, he teach them that jealous feelings are normal. Women feel jealous feelings, and I hear the woman reiterating what he says. He's indoctrinating these chicks so they can take his BS. He actually is successful with indoctrinating these girls, because they go out on their own lives. This girl goes on her own live, and she tell everybody, women, it's normal to feel jealous. When they ask her, well, how do you feel about the other women? Because they could see that she's unhappy, but they never tell her that to her face. They just ask around it. So her answer is, well, women get jealous naturally, so I embrace it because it's not. No, that's what he indoctrinated you to embrace, so he can still use you and still get the other chicks and use them as well. He can get you because you're weak-minded and you never stand up for your child or yourself, so he can easily get you with that. But he can't get a strong-minded person. He can't get to her with that. That's trash. It's not supposed to make you feel jealous all the time. It's not supposed to make you have to compete with other women all the time. You're not supposed to, or men in these day and age, because men dealing with men in relationships with women. But it's not supposed to do that. That's not a normal thing. So in Cardi B and Offset's case, debts piling up. The man's just living off of this woman. He's hurting this woman over and over again for 7 years. Having this woman is lashing out. Don't think she lashing out because she just want to be nasty and hateful. I don't believe that, and I don't buy that. We are not wired to want to feel negativity all the time. Something is wrong. I truly believe the man who's supposed to be the head and leader that assumed this position is not feeding his wife the way he should, spiritually, physically, mentally. And this is this crap that we see. This is all the crap in the cracks. He's not paying his bills. He's keep getting caught with women, even though, yeah, he might not have been sleeping with Pretty Reds. She's pregnant. He's probably not sleeping with his ex Pretty Reds. But the fact that his wife is pregnant, even if they was going through a breakup, his wife is pregnant. And she's showing, just like this woman's showing. You shouldn't even be caught in public consoling another woman. You shouldn't, especially because you got a wife. You married this woman, and it took the debt to really break Cardi free. And I hope that she continues to keep out of this relationship, because if you look at it logically, and I try to tell y'all, when you in love with somebody, even if you're not in love but you just attached to them, Beyonce, even if you attach and you attach to the memories, you attach to, oh my God, we've been in public for so long, what are we gonna do now if we break up? How are people gonna judge me if I have to tell them you cheated again? If they you get in your head. You gotta use your head, y'all. You can't, if your heart is not available, if your heart's still tied up and your soul's tied up, you got to, okay, accept that, but you gotta use the head. You have to think your way through this situation. You have to think about this. Like I just said, love don't supposed to have you hurting. It's not supposed to. You're not supposed to be sad and feel depleted and feel drained. Love is not that, and we know that. Love is energy. Love is power. Love is joy. Love is peace. That's love. The trick of the enemy is to make you think you're supposed to be stuck in a relationship where you feel the opposite. You don't feel joy, you feel sad. You don't feel excitement, you're angry. This is not good, and you need to start your exit plan in your head first. Think your way through it. Think your way through it. And so glad that Cardi has finally decided to think her way through it. She has finally decided to do what's best, because at the end of the day, she's pregnant, and lashing out on the internet, it's not good for her blood pressure. It's just not. It's not biologically healthy for her. So she need to cut that man. That man is not being a good leader. He is not representing his family right. He's getting women pregnant, which means he is exposing Cardi B to STDs. Some of y'all want her to catch him. I don't think that's absolutely wrong. Cardi is a woman like me, and I don't want to see her being taken advantage of. If she's taking care of her bills, she deserves a partner that also values taking care of their bills and having good credit with everybody. Credit with your score, credit with friends, credit with family. Good representation. So if she's doing it, now you could see her lashing out, and she's lashing out because the head is not doing his job. The head, the leader, the director, and the teacher, the man that's supposed to be connected to God, is not connected to God. He is out acting like a 19-year-old. Now Offset needs to take his life back. He needs to stop. I mean, sometimes men just annoy me. He needs to stop chasing tail and chase getting his credit together. Become a man inside out. Stop trying to look like a man and actually be one. How about that? How about get your bills right? Work on your credit. Pay these people off, because it's not going to get better by the wind. If you don't pay these bills, they're going to take your homes. They're going to garnish your wages, and you really going to be broke. And guess whose door he's going to knock on? Cardi's. He's going to knock on Cardi's door. And while Cardi is away, she needs to be hardening her heart so she don't enter that door. Don't let the same trouble back in your life that keeps you sad, keeps you hurt, because you're going to get sick. Do I get an amen? When you constantly down and depressed, when you're always angry, you know what's coming next. Your body is going to respond. I don't know what you think. You living on air. You are living on 11 systems of the body, and you work together. So when you are down and your homeostasis is off, if your pH is off, that means you are headed for disaster. You talking about anxiety, real anxiety, where you need medication. So you gotta be healthy minded, because that affects everything. Your body won't function right when you are always sad. Trust me, I know. So if you're in a situation like that, you need to stop playing with yourself. You need to really start getting out of that type of situation, for real. And don't wait. If you're in an abusive situation, the only two places you end up is dead or affected with your health later on. So you need to put you first. I don't even think you can put them kids first. You gotta keep taking care of your kids, keep loving kids, but you gotta be together before you can take care of them. So when he knock on that door, don't answer that door. You need to recall how he embarrassed you and don't care about it. This man spending time with his ex. I don't care if you in a casino in a public place. The point is, she pregnant. Nigga, she out here arguing with these people on the internet because of you. It's charity starts at home. So does stress. So if you home in a relationship causing her nothing but stress, when people attack her, she's going to lash out. Alright, so that's all I gotta say about that for now. It's just You gotta do better, man. As a black man, as a man, period, you need to do better. Go take care of your bills. Go make yourself a real deal.
Tax liens. Everybody was rumoring that Cardi was losing her homes. I saw on X, people was dragging in hoes and drones and just whole packs going to drag Cardi B. Just because Cardi wanted to put her input in politics, something that had nothing to do with rap, they drag her for that. They shouldn't have, though, because it just, again, it's another thing that make black people look bad. Like, all we do is argue, fuss, snap, cuss people out. That's all we got good. That's why they say we have the lowest IQ, is because look how when we have opportunities, what we do with it. Yo, this is why I work so hard. No matter how much I hate a job, I don't want to be a statistic. I don't want that. So I stick in there and I try and I do my best in everything, because I'm always looking at statistics. I don't want to be one of them. Nah. I don't care about the next person, but I don't. So people were dragging Cardi and saying she was losing her home. She kept saying, no, you're wrong. I got these properties. I pay my bills. I take care of my bills. But come to find out, it's Offset who has tax liens, owing over millions and millions of dollars, almost $2 million in back taxes on his properties. This means that this man wasn't paying his bills. He's not a hot commodity like he used to be. Used to be in the Migos, but they broke up. Remember, Offset left the group. Why? Because you knew that Cardi was going to take care of the bills. You knew that Cardi B was a hot commodity. You knew that Cardi B was the one that's going to be the primary person. Well, Cardi B filed for primary custody. And at first I heard that she was going to go after child support. Then she came out and said, no, that's not true. She's not going after child support. If she's getting primary custody, I think that she don't get child support, from my understanding. Like I said, Offset, you had a moment to be good father. You could have been, like, we need leaders. People that's leadership in our community. I wish they would just stand out in a good way and not like this. It looks like you didn't take care of your bills. It looked like you wasn't doing what you were supposed to do as a man. So I hope that he shines now, being single and absent from Cardi in his marriage, because he looks bad. He can really redeem himself if he straighten this mess out. He better come back to work and get out of the casino, because Cardi has detached herself from him financially. She don't want that situation. You're not going to mess up my credit. I pay my bills. Jerk. And I won't be surprised if now Cardi don't date black men no more. And I wouldn't blame her, because why should she want to? Why? I need my people to just get there. Get there. You're worth it. You're worthy. You are the most powerful, in my opinion. You are the strongest, in my opinion. But why do it always gotta be the black woman that gotta be the strongest, that gotta be the most powerful from the two of us? Why do it always have to be the black woman that has to step up? When you was made to have that gift, you was made to do this. So what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? His weakness for sex and having sex and spending time with all these women, we know where that heads. There's no exit for that. There's no escape. When you have a lust spirit on you and all you want is to sleep with different women, and you obviously don't wear protection because you impregnated some of these women, you don't care if you catch HIV. You don't care. You don't care. No, you don't. Nah, you don't. You can't tell me you do, because you out here impregnating women while you married. You don't care if you give the woman that's taking care of your kids a disease that she can't get back. Well, I'm so happy that Cardi finally cares about that. She cares about that more than staying with a man that causes her nothing but hurt, nothing but pain, having her stressed out. You got the whole ex be dragging Cardi, most of them. They always try. Now, I can see if she did something wrong or said something wrong, but these people just bully her. And then you need support. Your man is at casinos hanging out with pregnant women. Oh, I forgot. Your woman's pregnant. Your man is sleeping with strippers, while your woman elevated out the strip club and she made something out of herself. Instead of appreciating this, instead of polishing whatever you need her to be, being a leader in your home, you do this. You are the man. You are the one that's going to get the blame because you the lead, you the head, right? They always want to lead somebody and head somebody with their mouth, but they don't be wanting to do it with their actions. Those taxes would have been paid. Those taxes would have been paid. And you wouldn't be sleeping and getting girls pregnant, sleeping with chicks. It's a sick mess, but like I said, let's pray for Cardi and hope that for those of you that have a heart and care, or just people that care enough, because you could have a heart and just don't care about her like that, you know what I mean? But if you do, just send a prayer her way. I see growth. I see a lot of growth. I do see Cardi has matured a lot, changed for the best, and she's not the same person she was in 2017. So I can't treat her like that, because I'm real. I'm genuine. I'm not gonna act and bully. I'm not a follower either. I don't do what nobody do. I do what I do. That's what I do. I do what I want. So I'm not nobody's follower. I always gonna stick out, stand out, and all that. So let's just pray for Cardi B and Offset that he uses this time to redeem himself, because he looked real bad. Pray for those kids, for y'all that care. This is not easy for them. It's not. That little girl loves her dad. You can see it. She is a daddy's girl. And I know as a child, a girl that went through a household that divorced, that is painful. So let me know what y'all think. Leave your comments. Hit that thumbs up. Like this video. Subscribe. Be respectful. Stay tuned, because we got more to come. Peace.